Hey guys, it's Kara and I have a very new video and I don't know, I'm nervous. It took a while. There was technical issues in the sense that I should have just done this without the ring light on, but you'll see. I'm not gonna really edit much out. I'm gonna probably do more if you guys want it. Maybe if you don't, I might do a few more because I like putting on makeup and it gives me a reason to put on makeup, but yeah. So I'm so nervous. I'm so nervous. This is my first makeup tutorial and you know, I don't know, you know, I'm not professionally trained or anything and okay. Alright guys, so if you want to look at this fall inspired look using primarily Kat Von D makeup, and you want to hear me ramble about stuff about Halloween and fall and, you know, horror, then stay tuned. Okay. So I'm just gonna get into this. I don't know how long this is gonna be. I've never done this before. One, I am not a professional makeup artist. Two, everything I've learned off of YouTube. Three, I might not do things the way that you should typically do things for the products that I use, but I do it anyway. Four, I am blind, so I might have the mirror like in my face. So yeah, so it's September 2nd. I figured today would be a good day to do a makeup tutorial that's fall autumn related. So I have my coffee, pumpkin spice, and my makeup that's behind me that you can't see. 99.9% of all of the stuff that I am going to be using is by Kat Von D. This is not sponsored by Kat Von D. Kat Von D doesn't know who I am. There's probably going to be a lot of editing. Alright, so what I am going to go into is my brows. The first thing I'm going to use is the Kat Von D Graphite pomade, the Brow Struck, and I just have a tiny little brush. So while I'm doing my makeup, I figure I can also talk to you about a few things. But first, I just want to say I start at the arch of the brow. Let me zoom so you can see. This is horrible. Anyway, so I start at the arch, which is supposed to be the darkest point of your brow. Like that. As you can see, my brows are not naturally even, so I like to do one part and then go to the other. So watch me have problems. And as you can see, I did not dip back in to the product because I have enough on my brow, or my brow brush, so obviously this channel used to be about diabetes and unboxing horror things and all things horror, Halloween, and I want to get back into the horror Halloween part of it as well. I'm not really going to do a ton of vlogging or blogging right now because I'm not really doing anything with my life to, you know, there's going to be an occasion where I will, oh my god, totally uneven, vlog maybe, but pretty much I'm gonna go back to doing unboxings. Hopefully this year I'm going to do some Halloween hauls. Trying to save my money because the whole getting married thing, you know. But I have already gone to Michael's and gotten a few things, and Giant, the grocery store. So I'm gonna like do a haul probably next weekend because I get paid this week. So there's probably some odds and ends I'm gonna pick up that I really want. And I think my Spirit Halloween store is opening soon. And that's where I want to spend the majority of my money. So as you can see, right here it's getting lighter, which kind of gives it the less dramatic look, but it's still kind of dramatic. Again, I haven't dipped back in to the pomade. But yeah, so I really want to get back into Halloween hauls. I really missed doing them last year, but Rob was here and, you know, I was spending time with him and not really, like, filming much, except when we went out, which was more priority to me because that was documenting our memories and, you know, but I did get quite a bit. Okay, the eyebrows are halfway done, so I am done with that. So now I'm going to fill in the part right here that's lighter with some powder. I'm also going to avoid doing this part here just to give it a fade out look. So what I have here is also the Brow Struck Kat Von D powder, and I have her number 75 brush, which is specifically made for this, which is a cool looking brush because it's got little, like, if you can tell, little gaps in between, so it's not a straight out like brush. It just has little, I don't know what you would call it. So I'm just gonna go in there and kind of blend the two together to give a gradient. But yeah, so I really want to get into more Halloween stuff this year. Like, if you guys didn't know, I am really a Halloween junkie, and like I have so much stuff that I can't even display it. My storage has a ton of stuff in it as well, so it's kind of like, you know, I'm saving up for when I move so I could properly display it all. It's like a hope chest full of Halloween. So I hope to be able to do that. So I'll have some like unboxings to do. So as you can see, this is my brows. Didn't really take very long, and surprisingly I didn't have to like go in and do too much to it to even them out. I mean, they're not perfect, but they say brows are sisters, not twins. So I'm gonna go in with Anastasia Beverly Hills brow gel, just kind of brushing some of the front hairs up to give it like, you know, just some wisps, and then combing it through to get any of the stray hairs where they should be. Okay, fun. Alright, I have a little trick with my concealer. I use two different colors. I have, these are by Kat Von D, of course. As you can tell, one's a lighter color and one's more of a, I don't know what color you want to say because these are both neutrals. This is neutral 1, L1, and this is L9, which is the darker one. I use this for like the brow bone and to kind of like carve out the brows, and then like for the high points of the face, but then I use this concealer to hide like these horrible things and this, all of this. So I am going to start, and let's see if I can show you what I'm doing. Like when you pull out the product, there's going to be a lot on it, so I kind of lightly, like very lightly put a little bit, maybe not exactly where I want it, but I will get a beauty blender and then fix that. So kind of like that. It looks really white in this camera. It's not the white out, I have the white out one too. Then I take a dry beauty blender, and this one has a smaller tip and a bigger tip. I take the smaller tip, I just pat it in. As you can see, just pat it in to blur out the edges and little like pulls depending on how much product. I may have put a little too much on, so I just pull down. And sometimes what I'll do is I have like this little flat brush that I use and just kind of brush in any areas, just kind of, because there's some areas that I have a little extra on that I don't want. So just like that. Alright, then I'm going to take the other concealer and I am just going to put this on here, here, right here. Like, everybody keeps saying I have good skin, and I'm like, you're cute, because I don't. And then I do the same thing, just take the beauty blender and just dab it in. I'm not really bothered if it's not like 100% in, because I go back in and I put a powder over top. There used to be, oh here, putting the light bits on the high points of my face, which give like a little bit of a highlight, a blended highlight. Okay, so as you can see, I put the concealer on, brows on. I'm just gonna go in with a little bit of powder. I'm not gonna use setting powder or do anything like that because I'm very hot right now and I don't know. So I just have this Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless color in 110 Porcelain. And I just go in with the little pad that it has and I just swish around and just put a little in certain areas, like here, where I get oily or where the concealer is the heaviest. And then just, you know, I haven't gone back into it, but I just kind of do throughout my face. This is the little trick that I go into, is the NYX glitter primer. I'm gonna put this on my eyelids because I'm going to have some like glittery shadows is the word I was looking for, and I want them to stay. So this primer
seems to work much easier for me than just regular primer, because this is meant to keep glitter on, so it's got extra tack, you know, to it. So I'm just using my finger and I'm just putting it on the lid part. Who is excited for the new Halloween? I know I am. It is going to be really good. I'm not sure how I feel about the plot and how it's kind of changed in the sense of Laurie Strode and her relationship to Michael. I'm not going to put any spoilers in there, but it's going to be interesting. So what you're going to first need is kind of like a stiffer brush. This is by the Vintage Cosmetic Company, and this is just a stiff kind of brush, and you want to go in with like a nude color. I am going to be using the color Suede by Kat Von D. This is the Metal Matte palette. I'm going to use Suede, and I'm going to put that all over my lids as a base color. And the primer's still kind of tacky, so that's causing a little bit of a drag, but, and as you can see, it's a little bit of a darker nude, but it's a good base to start with here. And I have a hair stuck. I think it's the cat hair. Get off. Okay. It's okay. This is gonna look a little messy, but we're gonna be doing a ton of blending. I'm also gonna put this under my eye, right along here, just to kind of give a base color. So what we're gonna do is go in with this color Feather, which is right here. It's a yellow color. It's like a pale canary yellow. And I'm gonna go in just above where we put that and kind of like blend out the edges just the slightest bit. You can't even see it, but it's there. But we'll see. So I've kind of blended this, you can see, and you can't, but there is a bit of yellow up here. I'm gonna go in with the white color Bone right here, and I'm gonna put that under my brow bone, or brow, eyebrow on the brow bone, right there. Bit of a highlight. And kind of just blend it in. Okay, I kind of closed my window blinds to see if you can tell, if you can see any of this. And you kind of can, you kind of can't. Anyway, so I'm just going to put this aside. And I am going to go in with the Saint & Sinner palette. And I am going to be putting on some shadows from here. Fluffy brush, that's the word. And I'm going to go in to the color Devil, which is an orange shade right here. I'm going to go into that. And I need a mirror because I can't see. And I'm going to put this on the crease. Okay. Now what I like to do is I place the product where I want it, and I don't have to be careful because I blend, but kind of like that. Kind of make sure I have the product where I want it, and then I take it and I pull it towards the center of my eye and just blend. Okay. So I kind of have the orange where I want it. So I'm going to take your blending brush, a clean blending brush, and just go in and blend it out. And this sometimes can take a while, but usually with Kat Von D's products, it won't take a while. See, like, as you can see, it just kind of blends really nicely. So I just kind of blend it out, get those edges kind of in a back to forth motion. You know the deal. Okay. Like so. Then I'm gonna go in with Double again and kind of saturate it in the actual crease a little bit. Give it more color. See, you can tell there's more right there. See, I really can't wait for the colors of the trees to change. I get most excited about the season when the trees start changing colors and the leaves are getting pretty. And this is kind of what I was thinking of in regards to the colors that I'm picking, are the leaves. So then what I do is I take the same kind of brush, I wipe it off. I have this cute little thing my friend Rachel gave me where you can just wipe your brushes off and it cleans it. I won't show you the dirty side. And I am gonna go in with the shade Crucifix, which is this dark shade. And I'm going in with that same brush, and I am putting lightly a bit on it and going into the outer corner and just placing a color right there. And what really sucks is because I'm in Maryland and I think it is going to be in the high 80s. So while this tutorial is making me super happy about it being September, which means the fall is approaching, it's still hot like summer out there and it's not fun. Take a little bit of the Crucifix and you bring it under just to the bottom lid right here. And just keep going. I have to realize that my dirty metal matte palette is in the frame, but just keep blending. Like that. Okay. Now that we have that done, you can see we got the orange, the browns. We're gonna go into the metal matte, into this color, which is Velvet, which is like a purple. I'm gonna put that right next to the brown. And this purple is like a cool tone purple, which kind of, to me, looks brownish.
but you can see just adds a little bit more depth into the lid right there. So you can see I got that little bit going.
So I'm gonna go in to the Raw Power, which is above that, which is like a rusty red, and I'm gonna go right next to the crucifix right here and just tap just a little bit
to like the center of your eye. You don't want to go too far in.
like that. And then I'm going to use the same brush, wipe it off, and I'm gonna go in with this color Dolce. Or is it Dolce? No. Dos? Don't know the name of that.
And then I'm going in next to where we put the velvet, and just same as we did above, but just kind of pat it, or not above, below, and just kind of pat it and pull it in to the velvet. See? Just really where you see the payoff. That looks really muddy, but I promise it's not.
Okay. And then I'm gonna go in
The bottom here, just add a little bit of it, kind of blending it in. Like that.
Alright, flat brush. We're gonna go in with Bone, the white color.
We're gonna put a lot of product like on it, like a lot. Go in from the inner corner to where we put the dose, and just bring it. You want it really white. We're gonna take the bone and also put it right here.
The Saint and Sinner palette, and we're gonna go in with this color Relic, which is a super glitter, which is like a gold.
And we're gonna go right here with it. We're not gonna go into the inner corner much with it,
but we're just gonna go
and kind of just blend it in with this here. And then bring it up here and pull it through.
And then we're going to go under the eye
and pretty much just put it like in that area where the white is. It's okay if you go over in the white a bit or cover it up completely, but you want to kind of blend it into the color there.
Last shade, we're gonna go in with the same kind of stiff brush. Gonna wipe it off. We're gonna go into the inner corners with Thunderstruck. Thunderstruck is like my all-time favorite color of hers in all the things. She has it in highlight, not highlight, the Glimmer Veil, and I usually put that anywhere I want that color, but like that. And there we go. Now, to be a little bit extra, so to speak, I am going to go in and put a little bit of highlight under my brow bone, and I am going to use the Metal Crush Gold School highlighter, the liquid highlighter, and I'm going to get a tiny brush, and when I mean tiny, I mean like little tiny brush like this. I'm going to dab a little bit of it and put it right here, just right there. And then, while that's still kind of damp, I'm gonna go in with her 10-year anniversary of Gold School Electrifying Glitter and just kind of put it on top of that to set it, which also gives it more bang. And then I also just kind of blend it out in the areas that I didn't put the liquid, just to drag it through that whole arch. Zoomed out a bit. What I'm gonna do now is my eyeliner, and while I have a very dramatic eye going on, I'm gonna do a tiny little wing, so to speak. So wait, I'll zoom in. Why not? Ooh, look at that. Look at that red eye. Okay, so what I do is I just take a little line, like a baby line like that. Like so. And then kind of with a round motion, bring it in. This kind of gives you that like old school 40s and 50s kind of shape, and then fill it in. I noticed, zoomed in, you can kind of see the shades better. Okay, so eyes are done. Just put some mascara on. I'm not wearing falsies because I don't really do that. I wear contacts and I think like the glue bothers them, so I'm not gonna. If I wasn't wearing contacts, I would, just for extra dramatic, but I won't be able to see to do this tutorial. So now we're going into contour, Shade and Light palette, of course, and I am going to take the bit of the darker and the cooler over here and kind of just use those two. What I use is I go in with this one first. Like, you can't really see it on camera, but in real life you can. I just go in, put it right there. I haven't finished blending it, of course. So I just put it in where I want it, and then sit here for a while and blend. Kind of do that little bit here. And then I take the darker shade right here, just a tiny bit, and just put it right here. And then I take a foundation brush or powder brush, like a big one, and then I just buff it in. I noticed how this tutorial started off with like, let's talk about Halloween in October. And now I'm just like telling you how to do things. And I'm just gonna go up here. Just put a little up here, frame my face. Not a ton. And then I go in here. Just add a bit of shadow to get rid of my double chin. Then I just kind of like stamp and pull to add just a tiny bit. I don't like to contour my nose too much. Like that. And then I'm gonna go in with blush. I have this really old SEPHORA blush in the shade Attraction number 3, I think. I'm just gonna get a bit of that, put it right here, just the tiniest little bit. Kind of blends the contour in with your face with the blush. Can't really see it on camera, but I promise you. Then highlight. Tons of highlighter. What I am going to do is I'm going to go back in with the Gold School. I'm gonna go in with Gold School. And then I have this fun glittery brush by, I don't know. It is a highlighting brush. And I'm just gonna go in. Right there. I'm just gonna use a ton because I don't know. Lately I've been in love with highlighter. And I just put a little right here. Right here. Right here. I'm gonna put a little right here too. There we go. Again, in person this looks really crazy and it's not as pale looking, I swear. I wonder if I turn off my ring light, if that'll help. We'll see in a moment. Lastly, lips. I am going to use Lolita number 2 by Kat Von D. Eee. They look like clown lips, but the key with her lipstick is not to blot your mouth too much for like a few minutes once you put it on. I have an itch. I'm not picking my nose, so it stays on longer. So let me zoom out. Not in. So this is the look. I'm curious to know what it looks like without the ring light on. You're kidding me. You're kidding me. I could've.
done this without the ring light. Oh my god. I guess if I'm going to do another tutorial, I'm not going to use the ring light for everything, but this is what it looks like. Oh, this makes me so mad that I just went through all of this and I didn't need the ring light. I figured because it was early and it wasn't as bright that, you know, it would work. I was wrong. So yeah, this is the finished look. You can see all the makeup back here. But yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. I know it's probably a really long one and I have to figure out how to do these things, and the first thing I know what to do is not to use a ring light if I can avoid it. Who would have thought? With this camera probably I don't need a ring light, or I need to change settings. I don't know what I'm doing. I did say ahead of time that this is my first tutorial, so please be nice. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope you learned something, or if anything you had fun watching. Thumbs up if you want me to do more, and what you would like to see. If you'd like to know certain techniques, just mention them in the comments and I'll see about doing them. But I thank you so much for watching, and you guys have a wonderful September and happy early fall because it's around the corner.